Hey friends, today we are going to learn how to draw the Paddington Bear. You know, I love Paddington Bear, and ever since we moved from the US to Northern Ireland, it seems like he's pretty much everywhere. From books, to magazines, to TV shows and movies, even lunches with the Queen.
Tea? Oh, yes, please.
He seems like a pretty big deal, and I think he's pretty awesome, so we're going to learn how to draw him together today. So grab a pencil, grab a piece of paper, and let's get started. We're going to start with a sketch, trace with a marker, and then put in color. If we're going too fast, just hit that pause button. To begin, let's get started with a circle for his face. Everything is made up with shapes, so we're going to start with this circle. Now we're going to take two lines from the top to the bottom and left to right to help us place his eyes, nose, and mouth. We'll put the nose just under the center line. From there, we can figure out where to put his eyes. We're going to put them just above the horizontal line on either side of the line going down from the middle. Make sure the eyes are on the exact same spot on either side. It's really important that we get the eyes right, so take your time placing them. Next, we're going to get started working on the shape of his face and the hair along his cheeks. We'll be going back over these lines with pen and color, so don't worry about getting too sketchy or messing up. This sketch will help us draw with a pen later. Now it's time to give him a cute little smile. I'm making mine off to the side, just to give him a look like he knows something we don't. His eyebrows will be very thin lines. Again, this is a sketch and I sort of made him look a little scary, but I'll fix this later with the pen.
Why are you looking at me like that? Is it me or is it hot in here? Why do I feel so...
Uncomfortable. Flushed. Queasy.
It's called a hard stare.
Alright, let's start the hat. It comes over his face but hides behind the hair on his cheeks. Now remember, an eraser is your best friend, so if you'd like to change anything, you can always go back and erase it. To make his coat, we're going to make a rectangle shape. The length of his coat is the same as two of his faces stacked one on top of the other. It's about as wide as his face at the top, but then gets a little wider at the bottom. The bottom line is actually rounded slightly. This will give his coat more depth and a 3D look. To draw his arms, they go along the sides just above the bottom of his coat.
Paddington.
Paddington!
Oh, sorry. I like it.
His hands are simple shapes with one line in each, hidden a bit by his sleeves. For his legs, we're going to do rectangles down from the bottom of his coat. His feet are scrunched ovals that come out on either sides of his legs. Now we can start on the details of his coat. Just under his chin, he has two parts of a collar on the left and the right side. On his stomach, he has two clasps with buttons and a string. And at the bottom of his coat, he has two pockets. Lastly, I'll add some details to his legs to give him some more furriness.
Well, I hope I don't look weird after all that.
Too much? Too much.
Alright, let's get our marker to start inking our sketch. Using a marker to ink helps us get more defined lines and takes a sketchy drawing and cleans it up, making it look really cool. Ink in his nose and his eyes. A lot of the lines we're going to keep light so that the color really stands out. For the eyes, I'm leaving a small white dot. This is a really cool trick to help them come to life. When you go over with a marker, you'll get to pick the best line from your sketches. You might even want to change things from the original drawing. And now it's time to fix those eyebrows and make him look a little bit more happy. He definitely looks a lot happier now. You can add as much detail and shading as you want, but remember that we'll be adding color to this after we finish. Once you finish inking, you can erase your original sketch. Just wait a few minutes or you'll smudge your marker like I did here. Oops. Alright, to color you can take your pick of what you want to use. Colored pencils, markers, crayons, or even paint. It's really up to you. I'm using art sticks. I'll begin on the hat at the top so my hand doesn't smudge the color. It's not necessary that you cover it completely in one color now. Going in light will give you a chance to blend in other colors for shadows and highlights. I'm going to use the purple to make the red hat darker. You can always use red or black to make it darker, but different colors like blue or purple make it more dynamic. Continue to color until it's the shade that you'd like it to be. Next we'll do his face. Start with brown but go very light. The space around his nose and mouth is much lighter, so we'll start there and go darker in the other areas. Throw in some yellow to give it more color and highlight his forehead. Around his eyes you can go even darker. Let's color the coat. Take a blue and color it in. To darken the shadows, take a darker blue or a purple to the insides of his arms. We're going to color in the clasps with yellow and brown. His hands and feet are brown as well. Keep coloring in until you like how it looks. Feel free to keep going until you get it just right. You can add a background, some more characters, maybe even some marmalade. It's really up to you. I'm going to go back with my marker on some of the lines that got smudged by the colored pencils to make them stand out even more. I think we're about there. Here is the Paddington Bear. Well done, guys. Well, hey, I had a ton of fun drawing Paddington Bear with you guys today. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video so that you can catch more Party Create videos in the future. Until next time, we'll see you soon, party people.